Well, continuing on with the Hallmark Channel Christmas movie marathon here, we're going to continue with one of their regular cast members, Danica McKellar, with Coming Home for Christmas. This one also stars Neil Bledsoe. He's been on like shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and tons of other shows and films. But in this film, Danica McKellar stars as Lizzie Richfield. She's kind of at a point in her life to when she's just broken up with a boyfriend, as common as the other films are. She's just broken up, and she's lost her job. The place that she worked at was had closed. And so she is in need of work. Now, her sister managed to get involved in real estate with this family. It's this massive estate in Virginia. And they are wanting to sell because the grandmother that owns the real estate is in poor health. They're wanting to move her to a different home. But like many of these families, they host a huge Christmas gala celebration. And so Lizzie, because of her sister, is offered a job as the house manager. And one of them is to oversee the planning of this gala. And of course, when we first meet the grandmother, she's kind of stiff and kind of quiet and just not communicating and almost mean, like a mean person. But she eventually comes around, and we soon find why that she's not happy about having to move to a different home, and her grandson is in charge, is basically like her power of attorney. And he's not happy about it. But just as things are coming into place to sell the home, sell this estate, the family starts coming home for Christmas. Like not just the one grandson that you have there, but you have another grandson and a granddaughter, and she has children. They start coming home. And so, thus the point, coming home for Christmas. But the one son, Robert, just usually doesn't stay at Christmas because it brings back too many harsh memories of him when the parents when his parents were killed. But Lizzie comes into the picture, gets the home ready for Christmas, and thus also kind of restoring the family and bringing the home back to life. And both the brothers are single. Lizzie is, of course, newly single. So both of them start to fall in love with Lizzie, and thus creating the love triangle. But the one thing is that the younger brother, he likes traveling the world. He lives at a very fast pace. He lives in Athens, Greece, and loves touring the world. While the older brother, Robert, wants to stay at home, actually keep the legacy alive, kind of. So, and as you can see where this is going, they start a love triangle with Lizzie, and she loves both the guys, but she favors the one, Robert, the most. And it has an interesting ending about, with this love triangle. And of course the grandmother starts to love Lizzie. She didn't love any of the previous house managers beforehand. Not that they tried to start a romantic relationship, but she really becomes attached to Lizzie because she comes up with an interesting Christmas theme for the gala party at the end, which is Silver Bells. That's her favorite song. So, what do I think of Coming Home for Christmas? This one was actually pretty decent, I gotta say, because it has, it's what it boils down to is not only is it they have, of course it's the Hallmark Channel, the romantic relationships, whatever, but also it's about the family and whether they are rich or not so rich. The family is family. And matter of fact, there's even one part of where a character, actually the granddaughter, her husband doesn't want to come because hard times have hit him, and the family who's rich, they said, well, that's what the trust fund was for. He has to get into the trust fund, but the husband doesn't want to touch it because he says, I want to be able to provide for our family. And of course the rich family's like, why? They're like, why is that preventing you to come celebrate Christmas with us? You are family, so come on home. And of course they welcome him right back in with open arms. And yeah, I mean, some families aren't like that, unfortunately, but families are. I mean, I myself am kind of going through a little bit of a tough time myself, but your family's your family, regardless of how much money that you make. So, yeah, Coming Home for Christmas, there's the love story that's at the heart of it, but also there's also the sub part where you are family and being welcomed into that family. So this one was kind of a nice one. Yeah, it's a real nice one, and I would recommend this one. Of course, they also have her side, her family. She's lost her father, and she just has her mom and her sister. And of course, you know, it's all family. It's all family is what it's all about. So, yeah, that's Danica McKellar entry. We're going to continue on with more. Not sure which one's going to be next, so do stay tuned for that. I definitely want to get one of a little bit of each of the main cast of characters. Now, obviously, Candace Cameron Bure is no longer with them. She's now on the creative of GAC Family, and has left Hallmark. But you know, some other people have stepped up, and yeah. So we'll take a look at another film. Of course, it's that time of season when the things start getting dark and around 5 o'clock. So, but yeah, we'll be back with another one. Not sure when. Probably it'll be sometime next week. And of course the weekend, and then I'll try to get as many of these as I can before Christmas, and that's about as far as I'm gonna go with it. So, so for me to you, see you later.